Hi, I'm Rob Lyon, and welcome to Pacific Passive House. When we look up, the next thing we see are these metal brackets, and they are the Simpson ICF VL, which is a bracket that goes in and is cast into the concrete, has little arms that go inside and stick in about 4 inches into the concrete wall, and that will be what we hang our ledger plate on. So the bottom of those plates is the top of the ceiling. So we've got those all around. We have all of the Suprema peel and stick. We just have to put some more drain board up, dimple mat, and then we'll be ready for the final backfill. This is a bathtub that arrived the other day, and it's going in the basement, and they sent it with a forklift, so they're coming again with a crane to lift it in for us. The peel and stick's all in place. That is a waterproof floor for the garage. Concrete will go on that, and then it will continue pour down about 4 feet into that cavity. So tying the slab to the wall system. It'll also have 5/8 inch rebar spanning this way across the width, and it'll go down 2 feet with elbows going down, and those will be spread out every 1 foot. And then the length running up and down this way, I've also got a 1 foot grid pattern of 3/8 inch rebar. The well is capped and backfilled, and it's actually running because I'm flushing it out. Let it run for a few hours. They dump bleach down the well to purify any bacteria from the pipes that were laying on the ground. So that's my height. That's 8 inches thick, and this will all be coming up the gravel about 4 inches around here, and then we'll be putting some concrete or some paving down. You've seen this before. This is our transition from 8 inches to a 6-inch cavity, and you'll notice these zip ties. So what happens just on this interior block, not the exterior, because they're carrying up straight on top of themselves, but the interior block is stepped in, and there are no cuts right here for this ridge to sit in. So these blocks were riding high. They were sitting up a 1/4 inch. So what we did was every center of every block, we put a zip tie, and we tied it down below, and we got underneath the brackets and the steel below and sucked it down, and now it's pulled tight here, and it's flush. It's not moving at all, and that keeps these two perfectly level. That's a lot of steel. Those are 1 foot grids, and the rebar bends down 2 feet there. So I bought the 20-foot bars and bent them. So this bar has a bend on the end of it, and then the other end of it just ends at the top, and then we tie in. So every other bar, they're alternated, they flip back and forth. If you bend both ends, you run the risk of them not being perfectly parallel with each other, and also you don't have a lot of room here to miss on your measurements on your bending, and bending's not an exact measurement. You could be out by an inch or two, inch or an inch and a half maybe, but it's got to fit. If you went to put them down and they were both ends bent and one hit the steel because it was a bit short, then that piece wouldn't be able to be used there. So that's why you only bend one end. The pour went well on Friday, and we are moving on to the next stage, which is building the deck. So the concrete's about 6 inches from the top of the foam, maybe 8 inches in between spots, and that's just where we want it. The top of wall is 6 inches down from the top of this foam. That's the top of the floor, I should say. So this wall is a shear wall. It continues in wood up from here. So we've got anchor bolts that's been troweled, and anchor bolts are in place ready to carry on the shear wall. And then we've got these straps that go down. They kick out into the middle of the concrete, and then the shear wall fastens to that. Every single hole gets a screw. And then of course, as I've said before, this foam comes off and all the way down, and same on the inside. Well, this morning we loaded up the trailer with some cedar. We had to dig out the posts because we needed to put up the deck, and the posts are on the bottom. So here's the trailer. It is 400 pieces of 1x3, and on top of that are about 100 pieces of 1x8. But these are the posts, and they look great. Straight as an arrow, 10x10 posts. We've squared off the ends here, and I'll tell you, they look even better standing up. There are 8 posts here. They're 16 feet out from the house. And Lucas and I lifted those up, just over 200 pounds a piece, probably 250. They are 11 feet tall right now, so they're a little big. They're going to be cut down to roughly 9 feet, couple of 2 feet off the top there. That is one big deck. So this is a 16-foot deck. Those are 16-foot joists going from the house out. So those hangers now are going to come this way. And this is a double hanger, and they'll tie into that. So we got the deck rim joists on Friday, and then today we sheeted about 2/3 of the deck. So we got safety railing, so it looks different now, but the rim joist straightened everything out. We had to cut a few that were long in here, but now we have shade. There's the sheeting, 3/4 inch. So this is the back deck. This is my view. The railing's all up. The deck is entirely sheeted. And it's a nice big deck. Very, very solid. Garage got cleaned out a bit. Ready to pour. So say hi to the fans. Luke's the main man building everything. Look what's different today. We have a floor. Let's check this out. So today we finally received our connectors. These guys here with the 8 bolts in them. Those are the connector plates we've been waiting for to put these trusses on. And this is a web truss floor system. It's 18 inches thick and it's open, so there's lots of room for wires and plumbing and all those ventilation things. There, so those hangers are screwed in with 8 screws into the steel plates right there, every 32 inches. And they're carrying the weight. There's a steel plate there sticking out. So they're carrying the weight of this ledger, pulling it tight into the foam and the concrete. It's anchored back to the concrete. And then these hangers here are holding the floor trusses. Big. So before we got the rebar, we got this glaringly white peel and stick with blue elephants. So that is Suprema, and it's Colfine is this product, and it is a 60 millimeter thick peel and stick. Most peel and sticks are 40 millimeters, so it's a much better, heavier paper. It's a butyl based tar peel and stick, and it's got a woven membrane like a tarp paper on it, so it's very durable. So this is what we've put down underneath the garage for pouring the slab, and now this is what we've also put on the deck. The deck gets a 2-inch topper. And these are 2-foot grids with number 10 or 10 millimeter 3/8 inch rebar. Dare I say, from one end to the other, we're looking at just over 70 feet. Now we got this ledger board here on, ready to hang the floor trusses, and then way over there we got that one on, ready to hang the floor trusses. But until we pour that garage slab, we have to leave that bracing in place. The other thing we got done is we finally got that foam out of the stairwell, and now we've got a very nice, very wide stairwell. Today we're making stairs. I've already cut the boards to length and run them through the planer on both sides to get the right thickness. And these ones I've run through the jointer. So this is a nice square edge. After that, we'll run them through the table saw and cut them to width. There we have a perfect square tread. Today we installed the stairs. Let's have a look. Today we're pouring the deck and the garage deck now. And this is a 2-inch concrete top on the deck, and it's going to be trowel finished, just a hand trowel, not polished.
Everyone tell you how easy we have on our stove? Yeah, except easy. Dude.
We have more floor. Before we could put those floor trusses on, we had to strip all of the forms that were bracing the top of the wall there along the garage. So this wall had bracing on it, and then this wall here, and that wall along there. So all that got removed this morning, and then we started with the ledger boards. And then once they were up, the trusses go up pretty fast. And then we started sheeting the floor this afternoon. Well, the concrete looks really nice. I've given it a few drinks of water just to let it cure better. And I'll give it another drink before I go home tonight. So this is our story pole. It lays out our elevations. Windows are going, base of window, bottom will be at 3'6", and then it'll go 5 feet up. Well, we got a few things done. The floor is finished and the walls are going up. Well, they're 3.5 feet high here, and they're 4 feet around the front and the side. And we got some notches for, oh look, a front door. And I will step out to our 12-foot NanoWall. That's a bifolding patio door, not sliding, so it closes up to 1 foot width, and we have an 11-foot opening. So here are the 3 windows banked together. So the garage has gone up 5 feet. Just today, we did 5 feet today. And this other part has gone up 4 feet. Just a short section left to do 1 more foot tomorrow, and then brace it and straighten it, and we're ready to pour on Wednesday. So it's raining out. Well, nice wet pours, but we got her done, and no problems. Walls are super straight. Everything is good. I used a little bit more plasticizer this time in the concrete, and it flowed perfect. So that was really nice. And we got a really good consolidation. Yeah, so we're up to 5.5 feet. Another 2 weeks and we'll be at the top. Thanks for watching.